Thinking too much. Huh? Like the nail saying, he asked me to be over here, and then how is it me alone is going to hold up this whole building? This is the thing also. People are always looking. When you start looking at through your eyes, you're going to see it as impossible. You're going to have weakness. You're going to do all sorts of things. Start seeing it with their eyes. This is also the challenge, because the ego always wants to see through its own eyes. Shaitan always wants to see through his own eyes. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to Shaitan to bow down to Adam alayhi salam, he's looking at Adam alayhi salam with his eyes. He's not looking with the eyes of Allah. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking at Adam alayhi salam. Why you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hasha astaghfirullah, is wrong? He doesn't know that Adam alayhi salam is made from clay? So the work that is assigned to you, there are so many different phases you have to go through anyway. That's why so many times the Shaykh doesn't give you work, because they know you're not going to be able to carry it. Tell you, just go to the barn a little bit, just do this, which so many of us, we're failing even to do that. So they don't give real wazifa. When they do, it's after years of testing and training and testing to see whether this one is trustworthy or not. That later he's going to say, I did this. If I didn't do this, no one else can do, and you wouldn't get this. How many times you've heard that saying? You understand? So trustworthy, siddiq. Then they're going to test how trustworthy you are. And then later, when you're trustworthy, they say, good, now really, you're trustworthy? Okay, good. You know what you have to do? The one who's trustworthy says, yes. What do you have to do? We have to go the way of Siddiqul Akbar. What is that? Everything is yours. What else is yours? Allah and His Prophet is also mine. See? Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq saying, everything is yours, Ya Rasulullah. And he's saying, what did you leave for your wife and your children? He says, I left Allah and His Prophet. Saying, I had Allah and His Prophet, I don't even have them now. I gave them to my wife and to my children. You understand? Fakir? Not just the things, but the idea, the identity, or His giving. He says, I don't even have Allah and His Prophet, you see. Anyway, let's not enter into that. So many people, they're holding on. Says, no, this is my Allah. This is my Rasul. This is my idea. We say, look at it this way. No, it's not. It's like this. You're saying like this about the Prophet. They said to us, look at this way. Look at this. Look at this. No, cannot be. You understand? They refuse to give up. Do we have any trust in our shahadat? Why should we have any trust in our shahadat? We witness Allah. We witness the Prophet. Why would we trust? So why would we trust our shahadat? Why would we not trust our shaykh? His shahadat, his shaykh, the Prophet's shahadat. Why would we not trust that? Why we would not be holding on to that golden chain? Why are we relying on ourselves? So many people, they're like that. They have wrong understanding. Welcome to the Naqshbandi Tariqat. They're not going to teach you this. Other ways. So many other ways. They even say, oh, just be with the shaykh. After that, you can leave the shaykh. Now you're on your own to Allah. You understand? Can you imagine any Sahabi says, now we found Allah, we don't need you, Ya Rasulullah? Can you? So, this tariqat is alive, is living also. Certain conditions require it to adapt to those conditions, to fight against those new tricks and the traps, especially of the Ahir Zaman. The silent zikr, this is what defines the Naqshbandi order. Because the silent zikr is very difficult. You fight with your ego. But the loud zikr that you're doing, that in our way we do both the silent and the loud, it is to fight against the more zahir elements of Dajjal that are around you, to change the physicality of it. Because now we're living in a world where not only inside is difficult, outside is also difficult. And it's not so much to keep your iman pure, it's about saving your iman. They're making the silent zikr in a time of khilafat, in a time there's no social media, there's no kufr anywhere. Yes, you can make that. Because you're not fighting anything outside. What is there outside you're supposed to fight? Muslim countries, they don't even have wrong things that you can do. You want to do wrong things, you want to drink, you go to the non-Muslim quarters or the gypsy areas. You understand? But now it's like you're surrounded by this kufr. The loud zikr then performs, it forms a protective shield, changing the surrounding also. So it has to be alive. If it's not alive to change, then it's dead. Then it's a museum kind of tariqat. You're just repeating the same thing. You get the barakat, but there's no guidance, there's no irshad, definitely there's no sir. Because the sir, when it's necessary, you need to change it completely. The sir, when it's necessary, what seems like forbidden, it becomes allowed. What seems forbidden, it becomes allowed. It was forbidden for Isa alayhi salam, he couldn't even carry a sword, a knife, for him, for that prophet. But when he comes, he is going to carry a sword. It is forbidden to steal. But Hizr alayhi salam is showing Hazrat Musa, this is what you need to do in this kind of situation when you are following a guide, not by yourself. When you're following a guide, don't question your guide. Musa alayhi salam questioned him 3 times. Imagine if he didn't. They would go on to the next episode and the next episode and the next episode and the next episode. Hizr alayhi salam is one of our grand sheikhs. You think he's not going to teach through the hands of our sheikh? That the episodes of Hizr is not going to continue? But you have to have intelligence, you have to have that trust. And you have to have the ability to step on your ego. To say, ego is saying, no. But I say, no, wait and see. You have to have the ability now to look with his eyes. How we know then that one is doing something, whether he's a good one or bad one, a real one, or he's doing things that are weird, he does things that are against to certain laws. It is easy. Surah Al-Yasin is explaining, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, follow those who ask you no fee. Follow those who ask you no fee, and they are in the rightly guided stations. They're found in stations of safety. Are they asking anything from you? Or are they completely away from all of that? Meaning, look, follow those who is not asking anyone for what they need. They're asking only Allah. And they don't make it to a condition. You want to follow me? Then you have to do this, this, and this. For themselves. So, you can go on the journey and you're going to discover. You're going to discover so many things. You're going to discover more of the beauty of your Lord. How your Lord is working. You want to see, discover more. How your Lord is looking at this world. How is your Lord looking? Through His attributes, you're going to see. That our Lord is most careful. It's very subtle. Everything He does is beautiful. And if you discover that, how can you be destructive? You feel sorry now to even walk on the snow. My Lord is so careful to design the snowflake, and every snowflake is completely different from the other one. You start feeling, then people are going to see white, people are going to see cold. You are going to see the design of your Lord. It's just snow, but everywhere you turn, you see the face of Allah. If your face is facing Allah, if you're not looking for Allah, you see nothing. That time you're going to look at the Kaaba and you're going to say, this is just a stone too. That time you're going to see at the Prophet and you're going to say, he is just a man. That time you're going to see Adam alayhi salam and you say, why I have to bow down to him? But once you start looking, you start seeing different things. And it's wonderful, yes, we are in the Asfal as-Safilin. But we're still in the kingdom of Allah. You go sometimes and you see a painting or a calligraphy. You see, oh, this is nice, this is like this, this is like this. Okay. You're seeing what 99.9% of people are seeing. If you want to study it a little bit, you study, then you're going to see more. You research about it, you research and you see more. But imagine seeing it through the eyes of that calligrapher, seeing it through the eyes of that painter. Now once you start seeing it through his eyes, you understand that what he has put up there, what he has painted, is just a fraction of what that reality is in his mind. In fact, it is just tip of the iceberg. Correct? Yes or no? And then you say, now you're going to use that as a point of entry. You're not going to look at that and say, this is it. You're going to say, this is just, if this is just a shadow, beautiful, perfect as it is, but it's just a shadow, imagine what the real thing is. Imagine now his ability to create more. People see what is on the canvas that the painter has already put. The painter he doesn't look at the finished picture. He looks at the blank canvas and he already knows what it is. And anyone who's doing any craft or any art or anything that you do, you know that they say, no, it can be better, it can be better. I cannot make it as I want it to be. So, anyway, it's good. Once you start seeing it, then your faith is going to grow. Fatiha.